Hi, my name is Nicolette, and I've been a volunteer with DOT before DOT was DOT. So that was probably back in 2014.
My name is Yuki. I'm a risk manager in my day job, and I've been volunteering with DOT for over the past 1 year.
So my name is Angelia, and I've been volunteering with DOT for 3 years now.
And my name is Monique Tugas. I've been a volunteer at DOT since 2020, so that's 5 years now.
My name is Joyita Basu. People in Daughters of Tomorrow call me Joey, and I have been starting to volunteer around 2020 Feb with Daughters of Tomorrow.
Started with a young lady, the founder of DOT, that came and asked me that she had a vision, a dream in breaking the poverty cycle in Singapore. So she asked me whether or not I wanted to be part of this dream and how I could support her in it. And back then, I didn't know how. And I just told her, it doesn't matter how, it's just what can we do. So just tell me what you need and can get this dream off the ground.
I started 3 years ago because I wanted to work specifically with single mothers. My mom was a single mom, and I understood her struggles as a young kid to raise 5 daughters. And so when I heard about Daughters of Tomorrow, the cause and the purpose was very aligned with my experience, and I wanted to help out.
Personally, volunteering has always been my passion. I was looking for a forum which would be like warm and friendly, and I would get to meet people, and I found out Daughters of Tomorrow through a friend. That is how Daughters of Tomorrow happened to me.
I felt that championing for women is something that resonates quite strongly with me. And I do strongly believe that all women should be able to have an equal opportunity to join the workforce.
What I absolutely love about volunteering is, although I'm really tired from work during the day, I find that all the time after I run a session with them, whether it be a call or a classroom session, I feel so inspired. I've learned a lot from them as well about developing resiliency, about the challenges that just make decision making quite difficult. So I think that also made me feel grounded about myself as a person.
So patience is one thing that I learned across the befriending journey. Not all of them open up so easily. There are different kind of family problems they are going through. It is a big difficulty for them to speak up about it. And during this befriending journey, I heard such stories which were quite difficult for us to imagine. And apart from all those challenges, they are trying to make a living in a country like this. So it's a huge challenge. I understand that we are just listening to them, but for them it's a life they are living.
It starts off looking like a coaching relationship, but you realize how open eventually these women become to you, and you become sort of like part of their family. I would say that's a difference because you really deep dive into the issues that they have. You try to find solutions together.
I sometimes feel very inspired by the courage and the resilience that they have to go into this program. To me, I feel sometimes if I were to be put in that situation, honestly, I also may not be able to manage it. So I do feel very impressed by how they are able to overcome such challenges. So even though I am teaching them some skills, I feel that sometimes I also feel in awe of what they go through as well.
Just before I started, actually, my mother passed away. And so the first time I volunteered was just several months after she passed. And I used that session to really talk about my mother's journey. And it was a very giving moment for myself to heal my grief, but also to honor her. And I remember at the end of a session, one of the ladies came up to me and she told me that my mother inspires her and inspires her to make sure that her family has better circumstances. And that was the moment that I knew what I was doing, was really making a difference.
I met a lot of different types of women in this last few years that I've been active as a trainer. And every woman has their own story. Every woman walks in with hope in their eyes, And I think that is something that's very fulfilling, because when I see them grow and blossom to become the ladies that they are meant to become, to live the lives that they want to have, then I see their dreams come true too.
I feel that as a volunteer, I am very fortunate to be able to have that impact on the women, most especially with my befriendees, because that's where I'm really committed. You know, they can contact me anytime. We can have a conversation, even if it's not about a problem that they have, but just genuinely having a friendship means a lot to the women, and that helps them, I guess, build their way towards planning bigger things for their family and impacting their children as well.
I definitely understand that there are different kind of challenges, but for women it is more difficult because we come with certain difficulties like bringing up the kids, having no support, extending hours, physical changes in the body that are happening. And I salute all those women who are trying so hard every day and taking up this opportunity that is given to them by Daughters of Tomorrow, and they are trying to make something out of it.
So far, my experience with DOT has been very positive. I'll definitely encourage any of my friends or anybody to join DOT's programs. As I mentioned, because there are so many different ways that DOT is already helping these women, right? I think anybody who would like to join will be able to find something some way that they can contribute.
And what keeps me going after so many years, I think it's the word community and family. I think these two words together makes it very meaningful for me to give my time to see the difference that I can make in all these ladies' lives. And one word or encouragement that I can give to new volunteers would be that, it takes a village to have the change that we want to see in this world. So if we're willing to step up and be the change we want to see, then changes can happen.
I found with myself that the more I gave, the more I had to give. And I think that surprised me as a volunteer as well, that I would come out of these sessions far more energized than working, many, many hours. I was much more satisfied, I had fulfillment, but also I could see just how much impact I was making on the world and leaving it a better place. And that is immeasurable. So if you're thinking about volunteering with Daughters, reach out.